guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you didn't know already and it's your first time here, my name is Tara, and today we're going to be doing another part of my declutter series. I mean concealer, setting powder, and setting sprays. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. First up here I have the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I have two here because I love this stuff. This is my most repurchased setting spray ever. I love the aerosol can. It is just so nice. It feels so good on the skin. It's so bad for the environment, but I really like it. It smells really good, which is weird. They rebranded, so that's why they look completely different. But yeah, this is really nice. It really locks your makeup into place. It, makes all those powders really just look skin-like again. It reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay All-Nighter, which I'm definitely holding on to this guy too. Yeah, it reminds me so much of this. Like, it's insane how much they remind me of one another. The All-Nighter definitely makes your makeup last longer than the Morphe one does, but the Morphe one is still really great, and it's a lot more affordable than a full size of the All-Nighter. So I'll be keeping all this right here. Right, next up I have the Ulta Beauty Matte Makeup Setting Mist. I never got to even open this. I'm not going to open this because it's a matte makeup setting spray, and I'm sure you realized already that I'm not a huge fan of matte. I would rather donate this than open it and test it out knowing that it's matte, because I've done that before and regretted it. So I'm going to give that away or donate it. The next one I have up here for a setting spray is the Catrice Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. This makes everything look beautiful powder-wise on the skin. When I use a powder foundation on my skin and then put this on, it just melts everything in. It looks absolutely gorgeous and glowy and dewy and beautiful, and oh, it's so good. I wouldn't say it makes my makeup last any longer, but it definitely makes my face look dewy, and I love that look. I live for that look, so I'm keeping her. Next up I have the NYX Dewy Finish Spray. This does absolute shit. Does nothing. It's like pointless. The spritzer on this is it's alright, but I don't want it. I'll give it to somebody else. Next up is the Pixi Glow Mist. I love this. I don't know what took me so long to try this. You definitely need to shake it. You need to shake it really freaking good before you use it, or else it will stay separated. The mister on this, I feel, could be a little bit better. It's not awful, but it's not amazing either. It does leave your skin looking very lifelike and awake and beautiful, and this is actually really great for those days that you're not wearing any makeup either. I literally just got this and it's already down here. It's really good. The Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray. I hate this. It does absolutely nothing. It smells like straight up alcohol. It's probably so bad for my skin, and I'm getting rid of it. The next one I have up, I got this in a BOXYCHARM. This is the Tarte Ready Set and Radiant Skin Mist. I hate the mister on this. Like, it's so annoying. It like skips when you mist. Like, you'll have a good mist, and then you'll have like one that like nothing squirts out. It's just really shitty. This does absolutely nothing for my skin, and if anything, I noticed when I used this that my skin, or my foundation, had like these little dots all over, like right in here, and I think it was this. Like, I'm almost positive, because I wore a foundation that I always wear and never have any problems, same primer, all that, and then I sprayed this on top of it and it just ruined the entire base. So yeah, I'm definitely getting rid of that. Oh, I have a little primer. I have a few primers over here I forgot about, I guess. So this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. This is not hydrating. This is like an oil slick on my face. I hate it. I hated the pore filling one too. And I thought, oh, I'll just try the hydrating one. No, this is awful. So bad. I don't like e.l.f. primers at all. I love e.l.f., I love e.l.f. so much, but I don't like their face products, like their foundation, concealer, primer type of stuff. I don't feel like that's where they really shine. This is just not good. No. Next up, we have the Cover FX Blurring Primer. I got this in a BOXYCHARM, and I have not used it at all. Like, it's still sealed. I don't want to open it because I'd rather donate it. So I'm going to do that. Next up is another product I've gotten from BOXYCHARM. This is the Project Beauty Spray Set Go Makeup Setting Mist. I don't think I've ever used this. Oh, the mister isn't that bad. It's not that bad. What's in it? Water. Is there any alcohol in this? I don't know why I've never used this. I think I'm going to hold on to this because I've never used it and I've had it for a while. Oh, I like that. Tested on people, not animals. Oh. So I think I'm gonna hold on to this. This looks really weird. This is what the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray looks like when it's not in the bottle, like this. Like, it looks really bizarre, right? Well, I broke the other bottle, so I had to put it in this bottle. Look at, and this sprayer sucks, but there's like specks, literally specks of glitter. It's not the worst product, but even look at the bottom, like look at all that. And you're putting that on your face. Like, we put enough harm on our face. I don't need to add pounds of this crap on my face too. So I think I'm just gonna dump this and throw the bottle away, and yeah. Next up, I have the Coola Makeup Setting Spray with green tea and aloe, SPF 30. I've never used this, and I think I would rather give this to somebody else so they could use it. Donate it. I don't feel like I would reach for this, so I'm gonna donate it. The e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. This did absolutely nothing for me. I can't even remember how the sprayer is. And it's a little tough on you. I don't like this. It did absolutely nothing. It's pointless. No. Next up, we have the Slay All Day Setting Spray from Gerard Cosmetics. I love their setting sprays. I have tried every single one they have. They have like 8 different types. This is the cucumber one, I believe. Yeah, this is the cucumber one. And I think their setting sprays are so nice. Their spritzer is really nice. It's like a nice little fine mist. It smells amazing. All of them smell amazing. There's like cucumber, lavender, like there's so many different ones. Rose. If you ever have a chance to try Gerard Cosmetics setting sprays, I mean, literally their lipsticks, everything from Gerard Cosmetics is so underhyped. This is just so freaking good. I definitely need to make another Gerard Cosmetics purchase because they make some great products, honestly. Next up is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer Water Spray. I hate this too. The sprayer on this is alright, but I've tried to make this work. I don't like it. Once again, it smells like alcohol. I don't really believe in primer waters because everyone I've tried has not worked for me, so I'm gonna give that to somebody else. The next one I have is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer Mist 12-Hour Power. I don't use this as a primer. I use this as a setting spray. And it makes the skin look so dewy, and it really locks everything in. This is a great find at the drugstore. It's alcohol-free, which is amazing. It's oil-free, it's silicone-free, and it definitely does hydrate your skin. This is also another setting spray that's really great for those no makeup days where you're not wearing any foundation, you want your skin to look radiant. This will do it. But I do not think if you put it on and then put foundation on, it primes your skin. So that's why I use it as a setting spray. So I'll keep her. And the last one I have to talk about is the Kat Von D Lock-It Makeup Setting Mist. I love this. I'm sure if you watch any of my videos, you've seen me use this. I don't particularly like the sprayer on this, but I just really like how it, you know, makes my makeup look really nice. It doesn't like leave any weird shit on my face. It sets my makeup in place. It melts all my powders there. I wouldn't say it's a very, you know, it doesn't make my makeup last longer, like at all. But there's just something about this that I love, because I bought the mini version and I went and bought the full size. So I must have really liked it for me to have bought the full size. Because if I can try a mini size of something without buying the full size first, I always do that. So I don't know, I just really like this. I guess it does something, because I use it a lot, like a lot. Now on to powders. This is going to be a fast one. So first up, I have a brand new, this is literally never been used. This is I got it on the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. This is the Bye Bye Pores pressed powder, and it looks like, wow, there's like no product in this. It looks like this, and this is in translucent. I like this powder. I've tried a deluxe sample size of it before. I do find it to be very smoothing on the pores. You have to watch out because it does leave flashback, but I don't use a lot of flash photography, so it's not the end of the world for me. I definitely do think that it gives a very nice airbrushed effect to the skin, but I will say this is the deluxe size that I tried, and you'll see why I bought the full size of it, because I hit pan on it. So that's why I bought this one. Plus it was on sale. But I will say, if you're looking for an alternative, and I think this one's even better than this one, an alternative to the Bye Bye Pores is the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Talc Free Mineral Correcting Powder in Translucent. This is literally, to me, better than the Bye Bye Pores. 100% better. I love setting my under eye with this because it makes it so smooth and beautiful. I love setting right here with it because it just really fills in my pores and makes it look airbrushed. I think this is a dupe, if not better, than the Bye Bye Pores. So if you're like looking at this guy and you're thinking, oh, I really like that, try this one first from Physicians Formula, because it's a lot more affordable, and I personally think it's way better than the Bye Bye Pores. Next up, I have the Wet n Wild Pressed Photo Finish Pressed Powder, and this is in Warm Light. This powder is so nice and smooth. I like it, but I just never reach for it, so I'm going to pass it on. Then I have the IT Cosmetics. This is the Celebration Foundation Illumination and Fair. I love this. This and the Jane Ardell powder foundations are the only powder foundations I've ever found that I like. And this looks so beautiful on the skin, even with my dry skin. It is definitely illuminating. And it's a super great product for that, like, I need to get out of the door and I'm having a bad skin day and I need to throw something on. This is just so great. No concealer, no nothing. Just throw this on. You don't have to powder, nothing. It's great. Next up, I have the Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Translucent Fitting. The Miracle Matte Translucent Finishing Powder. I've never used this. This is, yeah, translucent. I've never used this. I bought this because so many people were raving about it, and it's fucking Miracle Matte. Do I need this? No, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to donate it because it's literally been sitting in my collection for like 8 months. Next up, I have the Beauty Bakerie Flower Better Not Bitter powder in translucent. This powder is not bad at all. It's just too matte for me. So I want to love products from Beauty Bakerie. I need to try like her lip products and stuff like that because I feel like the base products really aren't made for me. You know what I mean? They're more made for like oily skin, which is fine. It's just not something that works for me. So I'm going to pass this on to somebody that I know that has oily skin that would probably love this. Alright. Then we have the Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder. I'm getting rid of this. I did not particularly care for this. at all. This is in the shade Translucent. It really didn't do much for me. It just made me look like a dry, crusty old lady. I think if you have oily skin, you'd really like this. Normal skin, you'd really love this. It's super affordable. Just for me, it doesn't work. Then we have probably my favorite powder of all time, besides maybe one that I've been using for a little bit now and I've actually been liking. This is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder, and this is in Translucent. This is such a beautiful powder. I have very dry skin. This does not over dry my skin. It is literally the perfect setting powder. They're not lying when they say that. Everybody raves about Laura Mercier. I can't use Laura Mercier. It makes me look like the Saharan desert. This is just so fucking beautiful on the skin. So beautiful. Doesn't clean the dry patches. Sets everything in place. Doesn't make my skin look weird. I love this powder so much. The powder that is like a very big runner-up to the Cover FX powder. This is the Hourglass VIEL powder. I got a little deluxe sample of it, and I was sad because I love it. I love like every Hourglass product I've ever tried. Like literally, there's never been an Hourglass product where I'm like, oh, I hate that. This is just so freaking good. It's so finely milled. I think this is like the most perfect powder for dry skin. Perfect. It looks like you didn't even put powder on. Like, so amazing. But it's so expensive. So when I finish this, I probably will splurge for the full size. But I don't want to, but I probably will. I'm definitely decluttering this. This is the e.l.f. Translucent Mattifying Powder. Again, mattifying. I bought this because I was doing an all e.l.f. like one brand makeup video, and this was the only powder that I could find at my drugstore, and I hate it. It's too matte. It has like a tint to it, even though it says it's translucent. It's definitely not translucent. I don't like this at all. Then I have this little deluxe sample that I got from an IPSY bag. This is the Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. This is awful. This clings to every dry patch. It has such a bad white cast. I don't even use flash photography, and I can see the flashback on this. It is so freaking awful. I don't know anyone that likes this, and there's good reason. Like, it's literally stark white. It's literally stark white, the product. No. I don't see that working for anybody. Then I have, how did I even end up with this? This is the Lock-It Setting Powder. Did I buy this in Translucent? This is alright. It's nothing like to write home about, but it's nothing too awful either. But I never reach for it. So I'm gonna give it away. Then I have a little mini guy of the Cover FX powder, which I will eventually dump into my bigger one. The last powder I have here is the Colourpop No Filter Sheer Press Powder, and this is in Fair. I actually like this. The reason why I like this is because I have dry skin, and this is literally a sheer powder. I don't know if it's just all in my head that this is setting something on my face, but it's literally just that. It is a setting powder. So like when I go in with a heavier powder underneath my eyes to set my eyes or to like set my nose or whatever, I will set the rest of my face with this powder, and that way everything else glides on top of it, like my highlighter, my blush. I don't really contour anymore, but you know, that all, you know, just glides over it and doesn't stick or skip onto a wet foundation. This is really great for that. So I'm actually gonna keep this. I know a lot of people hate this, but for me, I actually really like it. And like I said, it could all be like a placebo effect in my head, but I like it. Concealer. First up, we have the infamous Tarte Shape Tape. I'm literally throwing this away. I am in the shade Fair, but like, look at all the gunk. Can you guys see the gunk on this? Ugh. I need to throw this away. This is way past expired, and there's been research that shows that this is actually this product is actually really bad for your under eyes. Then I have the Cover FX Power Play Concealer, and this is the shade N Fair 1. I really like this. The applicator on it is a little bizarre to me. It's like a little wand with like a circle on top of it, but I think it gives really good coverage. It doesn't crease crazy on me. It makes me want to try the Cover FX Power Play Foundation, honestly. So I'll keep her. Then I have the Born This Way concealer from Too Faced. This is super coverage. This is definitely not super coverage. This is like a medium coverage concealer, but it's really nice. It has that doe foot applicator, which I actually like for concealer. I think it looks really good on the under eyes. Like, I really do like this concealer a lot. Then I have the Josie Maran Vibrancy Full Coverage Concealer. I would say that this is full coverage. The color does... The color's way too yellow for me, which sucks because I like this because it's super hydrating on the under eyes without making it look like, you know how like some concealers can be super hydrating on the under eyes, but they can make your under eyes look super hollow in certain lighting. This does not do that, but it's just so damn yellow on me. And this is the shade Fair. I don't think they make a lighter shade than this, so that sucks. But I'm going to keep trying to make it work, I guess. I don't know. The Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I've noticed with Colourpop lip products and with this concealer, they do this weird separation thing. Like, even when they're not that old, I feel like Colourpop products expire really quickly. I'm just going to throw this away. I wasn't wowed by it. It creases like a mofo on me. It's not full coverage. I have very dark circles. I have freckles under my, under my eyes and everything. This I was not a fan of. I know people rave about it, but I don't like it. All of these LA Girl concealer shindigs I'm throwing away because I don't like the way they perform and they're super old. Next up, I have the Tarte Creaseless Concealer. This is definitely not creaseless. I do like how hydrating this is on the under eyes. I also really like the color of it. I did a video comparing this concealer with the Too Faced concealer. If you're interested in that, I'll link it down below. And you can see my full thoughts on both of these. Next up, I have the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Conceal and Contour in C1. This is very cool toned. It's like almost gray on me, which is not like the worst thing in the world. I have not played with this yet. I have literally only swatched it, so I'm going to hold on to it. Then I have the NYX HD Studio Concealer. This is in Porcelain. I have tried and tried and tried to love this. First of all, it's way too dark for my under eyes. I don't love this. I know people rave about this, but I just don't love it, like, at all. This, I just don't like it. Then I have the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer, and it's waterproof. I tried this out once. The color is not bad. This is fair neutral. The color's not bad at all. I'm definitely going to hold on to it and give it another try. I have this Hey Honey Trick and Treat Cream Concealer. This is like straight freaking orange. I'm literally going to throw this in the trash because it's literally orange. How is that fair? Next up, I have the Beauty Bakerie Cake Face Concealer. This is in the shade Mug Life. I love the names. I love the whole everything. This is way too dark for me. The undertones are just so off, but they're great for people of color. So if you are a person of color and you're struggling to find a concealer and a foundation, Beauty Bakerie is the way to go. Then I have the Too Faced 24/7 Shadow Insurance. I'm going to hold on to this because it's actually a really good eyeshadow primer. Then I have the e.l.f. Concealer in Fair, which is, again, like, how, you guys, how is this fair? How is this fair? How is that color fair? That is not fucking fair. Are you kidding me? Bitch, where? Oh, definitely getting rid of that. And I have these BH Cosmetics Total Coverage Concealers. I have the white one, and then I have the shade 100. These are not that bad at all. They're very full coverage, and they're very matte. So if I'm having like I haven't slept in 5 days kind of thing, or I'm on like a manic episode where I need to really cover up my dark circles, this is a great concealer for that. Like, it's so freaking good. It can crease if you put too much, and you can get heavy-handed with this because of the applicator. Like, I don't like these squeezy tube applicators because you can get heavy-handed really quickly, but still, see, look. It's a very affordable concealer, and it's pretty freaking good for, like I said, if you want a full coverage under eye, a matte under eye, and you got some dark circles. These are really great. And this is good for lightening concealers. And then I have the Wet n Wild Photo Finish Concealer in Light Ivory. I know people that rave about this freaking concealer, and it seems like such a beautiful formula. It's just so dark for me, and I cannot make it work for me. I kind of want to hold on to it because as I'm gliding it over my hand, it looks and feels so beautiful. It's just so freaking dark. It's like darker than my foundation shade. Ugh. Something just turns me off when a concealer or foundation is just too dark. Am I the only one where it's just like such a turn off? I don't know. Next up, I have the Milani Retouch and Erase Light Lifting Concealer. I hate the applicator on this. The product itself is not bad. It's kind of like the BH Cosmetics one I just talked about. Is that smells like that? It's too dark for me, again, so I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to throw it out because this is just unsanitary to try to give this to somebody when I've put it on my freaking eyeballs. Or maybe I'll give it to like my mom or something because she's been asking me about her eye bags lately. Alright, and the last product of this video is the Smashbox Lid Primer in the shade White. I found this at Marshall's for like $3. So I don't know if the consistency of this is like what the normal Smashbox primer is like, because I got it on sale. It feels like there's not a lot of product in here, and like it's very drying, but it's pretty nice when it dries down. Like, you can blend it out, and then when it dries down and you set it and you put color on top, like colorful shadows on top of it, it really makes it pop. But I also, oh, maybe that's why this was in here. I also use the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. I know, old school YouTube, for basically the same purpose. So, I mean, I'm going to hold on to both of these because I love me some colorful eyeshadow. That is no freaking joke. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I got rid of all this. All that I got rid of. I'm so proud of myself. Like, so freaking proud of myself. And my pile that I'm keeping is so much smaller. So much smaller than, here, I'll show you guys what I'm keeping and what I'm not. So this is what I'm keeping right here. And this is what I'm giving away, donating, and all that. So yeah, I'm excited. Yay!